from. That's not good enough to just say, oh, I'll pray. You can't just send the Facebook praying hands emoji. It's got to be more than that. It's got to be the type where it's like you're walking into the temple of God and you're grabbing the horns of the altar and you're shaking it, crying out to God for help, crying out to God to intervene with everything that you have, with every ounce of energy. You got to be like Moses, lifting your arms up and holding them up until the victory is won. But see, there's a problem when we do that. Arms get tired. Arms get tired. We get distracted easy. See, we think, the spiritual side of things maybe isn't as important as the physical side. It isn't as daunting or as challenging. But when you stop and think about it, when you have sat down and you tried to spend time in prayer with God, how many times do you find yourself getting distracted and pulled away from it? How hard is it to keep your focus on God and lifting the needs up to Him? How hard is it to sit there and allow God to speak? It's difficult. It's a struggle. Because arms get tired. Matthew Henry says this. He says, the more spiritual any service is, the more apt we are to fail and flag in it. Focusing on spiritual matters, especially prayer, is a struggle. But it is a struggle that can be eased when we are surrounded by others who see how desperately God's power is needed in the moment. When we're surrounded by a cloud of witnesses that understand what our God can do and who He is. When you pray with them, when we pray together, oh man, that changes things. Remember what the Bible tells us when 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name? What's it say? Anybody? I'll be there with you. When 2 or 3. What would happen if all of us surrounded around the people that are facing these battles and we lifted up together them as they are going to face it? What would God do then? What would God show us? Prayer is not something that was ever meant to be done alone.